Alright, welcome back, my friends, to Xaskasien's Mad Adventures in the Caverns of Xaskazien 2. You can see the version number is actually 0.02 higher than it was before. That's because I found two separate instances where I had misspelled the word paralyzed. I'm ashamed. Anyways, let's keep going with a load game. You can only have one saved game, so when you hit load game, it's going to load it. Game, of course, has permadeath, as one might expect from a roguelike. Alright, here we are. So we remember what this all is. Yeah, that's the stench from that animal up there, the rotting animal. Let's grab this silver laying here. 10 gold pieces worth. There's a staircase already. We could probably pick up this gold as well with our massive strength. We don't want to pick this up. This might give us as much as 40 gold pieces worth of platinum, but we'll grab a single bit of gold here. No more, otherwise we run the risk of overspilling our amount. We got a rag golem here, guys. This is one of those automatons I talked about. It'll walk in a straight line. It can't get to us other than walking in a straight line. But you'll note this one, in contrast to anything else I think we've seen before, this one has a lot of resistances. If you look at the resistances column there, you'll see it has 100% physical resistance. That means we can't do any damage to it with our sickle. None. Or our fists. Every time we hit it, we'll do 0 damage. It does have 13% magic resistance as well, which means if we cast a spell at it, 13% chance that the spell does not have an effect. 100% toxins, if we did any kind of poison or disease, it won't be affected. And it takes 25% extra damage from fire, but unfortunately we have no means of doing fire. Let's try and blast it with our spark spell. You can see it said not fighting, and down there you see it says you're currently refusing to fight. It hit us for 1 point of damage. Let's talk about that for a second. Let me draw your attention to this button right here, this combat state button, which you can see, according to this right here, is set to selectively fight. This can be in one of 3 states. We can alter it with left-clicking the button, or we can alter it with the left square bracket. So let's walk through these 3 states, because it's important to know what this is about. If you have your combat state set to fight, you'll fight. Every monster you share a square with, you'll swing at it. Done. There are reasons you might not want that, though. If you set it to don't fight, any monster in your square, you will not swing at it, no matter what. If you have it set to selectively fight, you'll swing at most monsters, but some you won't. And if you want to find out which you won't, you can press the right bracket or right-click this selectively combat button. And you'll see, ours came preloaded with some things not to fight. We're not fighting this guy. Why? Because he's a golem. You can see there, diabolic bracket golem. And we're set to don't fight golems. Why is that? Well, because they have 100% physical resistance. So even if we hit it with our sickle, we do no damage. And every weapon and armor has a condition. Our sickle's already down to 66% condition. If we keep swinging, it's eventually going to break. And since we can't hurt him anyway, there's no reason for us to swing at him. So when we fight him, he'll swing at us. We won't swing back. Now, we could change that. Either by putting it to fight. Now, if we swung, we'd swing at him. But if we hit him, we'll do 0 damage. There's no point. Or we could actually just toggle this on or off and say, yeah, we want to fight golems from now on. You'd do that if you, say, came across some weapon and you're using a weapon that does poison or magic damage or something. Some sort of damage that's not physical, and in this case, not poison. Then you might want to fight golems. But for now, there's no point. We're also set not to fight goblins or hobgoblins, as well as aberrations. And both of these are for religious reasons. If you remember our deity, Maleviac, our religion is Malevian. We worship Maleviac. She'll get mad if we kill goblins or hobgoblins, as well as if we kill aberrations. So automatically it has it set to don't fight, just in case you've forgotten, and so you don't get penalized by accidentally killing a monster. But if you did want to kill a goblin or hobgoblin, boom. Do that, you can kill them, and then put it back when you're done. Let's try our spell, though. We need to do how much damage? This is iffy. It does 1 to 8 damage. If we do 1 to 4, he'd be halfway, but look at his other skill. Resistance, under resistances, you'll see he regenerates 1 to 2 health each turn. So if we don't do at least 5 damage, it's wasted spell. Maybe we won't do it just now. Hold on to it for now. A magic piece of jewelry, guys. A rifting ring. Let's take a look at that. The rifting ring. It's a low-power magic ring. You can tell by its type, written in red, that we can't use it yet. Why? Well, if you try and left-click it now, you'll see you're not trained to use that. Raise your magic item use skill before equipping this ring. We need at least basic magic item use skill. We don't have that yet. But if we did, we could put on the ring, and there'd be a 15% chance anytime we entered a new map that there be a vortex on that map. A vortex is a special exit that takes you to like a random place. It might be one level down, but it might be a level up, or it might be a level sideways, or it might be a legendary land, or a mine, or maybe not mine, I don't remember, a lair. So it can give you extra places to go if you have a rifting ring on, or if you encounter a vortex. This is an altar. We can pray here. If we're successful, we'll get back all of our health. Not that we really need it. If we fail, we get struck dead. So let's not do that right now. Lots of platinum around here. Is this a platinum mine? Yeah, that's why. Some sort of fire. You can see the smoke here. Oh, this guy's choking on the smoke, which is nice. We got an aberration, though, slime. You can see it's an aberration, and Maleviak would not like it if we kill it. Still, we might have to. We're not going to do it yet. It is hurt, which is kind of nice. We got an idol down here. We can steal the eyes out of the small clay idol. It's got gemstone eyes. It'll be 20 gold pieces worth of gems if we do. There's a 40% chance, though, that the idol is trapped, and we'll get hit with a booby trap when we do that. There's also a 10% chance that the idol itself will come to life as a homunculus. Nonetheless, let's go grab some gems. We got 20 gold pieces worth of gems. Great. And nothing happened. It's just an idol. Uncooked pheasant. We could cook that if we had a cooking fire. And an amulet of life guarding. Again, another piece of magic jewelry we can't wear yet. But if we were wearing it, we would take 0 damage in combat. That's pretty awesome. But every time we get hit, there's a 9% chance the amulet gets destroyed. So you put that on before a particularly dangerous fight, rather than just waste it. We leveled up, didn't we? Did we take our skill point? We didn't use our skill point. We didn't talk about this last time. We have 1 skill point because we leveled up. We can put it into any of these categories. These are all worth 1 skill point. We can put it in any of these. Well, not these ones. These would take more. We'd have to have higher intelligence to get beyond the basic level. But any of these we could put it into. These would cost us 3. These would cost us, 2. Usually my first one is traveling. And I might do that. That would give us 5 extra inventory slots. Then again, magic item use, we could put on the ring and the amulet if we needed it. Or if we took wand lore, we could start recharging our sparking wand. Nonetheless, I'm going to take the 5 extra inventory slots for now. So we have 15 now. Just in case we find more and we don't have enough to carry stuff. That slime fell in this pit. It's trying to get out of this acid-filled pit. It doesn't get hurt because it's made of acid itself. Got a cage here. What's in the cage? There's a wand merchant. If we could free this person, we could buy their wand or staff or rod or something. But we got to figure out how to get them out. There's a lever somewhere that we can pull.
Wands, staves, rods, I've got them all.
That's my wife voicing the wand merchant, by the way. I'm right-clicking, by the way. Right-click the screen to scroll it around, or you can use the just the arrow keys. You know. Have to find that lever. Got turn shoes. We can throw that on as a pair of footwear. Oh no, we already got Sure Shot's tournament-winning boots. So those are giving us 6 defense. The turn shoes would only give us 2 defense. We'll carry them for now. Sure Shot, by the way, Alan Sure Shot was a D&D character I made for a solo campaign I was playing when I was like 17 years old. He was an archer. Cushioned scraps. We got a breastplate here we can throw on. It's just scraps. It is cushioned, so if you fall, we'll take 25% less damage while wearing it. It also gives us base defense 5, bringing our defense to 11. It's in bad shape, though. It's already down to 23% condition. This is one of those makeshift doors. Here, it's open forever. Here's probably how we get her out. Yep, that let her out. See what she has for sale. You're new down here, aren't you? You've got that fresh from the surface look. Look at this. The monster approaches and thinks, oh, that guy's just got a stick. But zap, it's a wand. Pow, it's a staff. Kablam, it's a rod, you dumb grubbling. So she's selling these 3 wands. A wand of secret door detection. They all come with 6 charges. This would we'd automatically detect any adjacent concealed or secret doors or secret compartments as long as it's running. And when we use it, if we cast it, it lasts for 361 turns. Wand of Frost Breath. I mean, we already have the Sparks wand that does 1 to 8 damage. This would be 2 to 5 cold damage. I might buy that. And a Mage Helm wand. That'd be useful. Every time we got it running, our defense would be raised by 30 for 60 turns. These would both be great. Can we afford? We can afford this right now. Let's go ahead and buy the Mage Helm wand. And let's find a few more gold pieces to buy the frost wand. Let's go ahead and grab this platinum. 20 gold pieces worth. Let's grab the wand of frost breath as well. Got a lot of wands. We're going to have to take wand lore next, probably. Both to make it easier to use wands and to start recharging them. Let's grab this silver. 1 gold piece worth. Got a hanging body here. If we cut it down, it's a good act, which will make Maleviak mad. But we can then, as long as the body hasn't already been looted, we can loot the body. And that'll make Maleviak happy. So in the balance, it'll be kind of a wash. Let's go ahead. We lost 5 faith. You can see we're down to faith 7. What is faith for? We haven't talked about that. Depending on who you worship, you have different miracles available to you. You can see they're all grayed out right now. We don't have enough faith points. But when you have enough faith points, you can cast the miracle for the cost in faith. We'll look at those when we have more. The corpse hasn't been looted. Let's go ahead and search it. There is a chance that we catch a disease from this dead body. There's also a chance that it's undead and gets up and attacks us. But let's find out what happens. Didn't find anything. We got a little bit of faith for doing that. Didn't catch a disease. No undead. Oh, we're in a zone of hatred. Zones of hatred are generally invisible until first encountered. Entering one causes you magic damage between 1 and the dungeon level. There's a either another rag golem or the same one, but behind it is a Lemure. We can take it on. It's a Lemure Archmage, so it has 15 spell points and 1 in 3 chance to cast a low power spell at us every turn, or at itself. Like, it can cast both offensive and defensive spells. It'll drop 2 items if we kill it, though. So just try. It casts Falter. Lemure Archmage casts Falter. We'll be unable to cast spells for 1 turn. Not a problem. There, we can cast spells again. And we killed it. Got an open locks spellbook. That's great. And a tome entitled Blood is Thicker Than Armor, Volume 1. Let's get away from this rag golem. Let's go ahead and learn open locks. We'll take a look at that. Open locks, when we cast this, 50% chance we unlock every lock within 1 square of us. But it won't unlock jammed locks. And Blood is Thicker Than Armor. We can activate this to learn physical resistance to the basic level, provided our strength is at least 30. Ours is 40, so let's go ahead and click this. Physical resistance skills increase. This skill lowers incoming physical damage by 10%. Not bad. Won't really matter until we have at least, 9 or 10. Until you have a fair... It rounds off the damage, so until you have a fair amount of damage coming in, it won't matter, but it's better than nothing. Tiny health potion. Just carry that. It'll heal 3 to 15 if we need it. This is a sacrificial block. Any monsters we kill here, anytime we kill a monster, we'll regain health. Equal to 10% of our max health. It heals us when we kill monsters on this sacrificial block. Every kill is an evil act as well, which will gain us some faith. But we can't kill him, and we don't want to kill it, so... Another wand, a wand of evil detection. There's a cantrip wand, which means it has a very, very low power spell in it. Your odds of using a cantrip wand are 25% better than they should be. So we have a 50% chance of operating this. It only has 3 charges right now. It'll reveal all diabolic and undead monsters on the map to us, even if they're invisible or disguised. Let's go ahead and drop off our gold here. Found an unknown potion. There's a pendulum blade. Walk through there, you gotta do a dexterity check. It's a slow, dull pendulum blade, so a basic dexterity check, otherwise we get hit. We don't need to go through there. Here's that, let's see if we can get up here and get this. You know what, screw it. Let's dodge through this stench. We're nauseated. It's a wand of intuition. Let's drop the astral trap kit. Got a lot of wands, guys. This one, if we use it, will tell us, if we successfully use it, it will tell us if there's a pit trap or booby trap within 1 square of us. Again, cantrip, so we have a 50% chance of using it. That slime is still stuck in that pit. Or else it's stuck in there again. Maybe it left and fell back in. These are telepads. They'll teleport us to the opposite telepad. Sometimes there's more than a pair, so sometimes you have to kind of map out where things go. Uncooked beef. I'll keep the pheasant for now. If we cook the beef and eat it, it'll give us back health. If we cook the pheasant and eat it, it'll give us back spell points. Let's try and get rid of that rag golem now. Let's go ahead and put fight on. Nope. We're not likely to kill it with a wand of cold, so no point in keeping doing that. We can cook our pheasant here. There we go. Let's cook our pheasant. Let's go ahead and eat it. It'll sate us for 201 turns. Got back 15 spell points, and for 200 more turns, 201 turns, including the turn on which you used it. We can't eat anything else. That is enough. That is enough to sparks him again. There you go, he's dead. If we level up again, actually, it's kind of a toss-up. What do we want to take now? Got a new class perk. Knowledge is power. This perk grants you experience equal to the spell point cost of any new spell you learn. Anytime we learn a spell, we get that many spell points. Or experience points, I think it said. First of all, where are we going to put our points? Let's get some more spell points happening here. In addition to that, your intelligence also serves to get you bonus skill points. Every time you level up, your intelligence feeds into a secret pool. However much intelligence you have at the time you leveled up, that much gets fed into this pool. When that pool reaches 300, you get a bonus skill point. I might make that pool visible at some point. I just haven't yet. We'll figure it out. Let's grab this gold. Oh yeah, we got a skill. So, the special ability of the slime here, you can see, in addition to causing acid damage, I think I mentioned when we electrified that guy, he, because we electrified him, he took some damage, some extra effects. Acid damage can melt your items. If he hit us for 2 damage, we'd be a 2% chance one of our inventory items would melt. So a little bit dangerous there. He's resistant to acid. He's resistant to fire. Every time we hit him, there's a 33% chance however much damage you do gets added to his health instead of taken off. And that can push him above his max health. He can also enter iron bars, bramble, and closed portcullises. I know this will piss off Maleviac, but fuck it. Let's I should have done this first. Let's try. If we heal him even once, we'll probably stop trying. I just figured he's already hurt. Alright, he's dead. 37 experience. We're at negative 10 faith. That ain't great. We'll get her back someday. Unless we get a way to do fire damage and stuff, it's going to be hard to make her happy. So I mentioned we still have another skill point. I'm not going to fight this guy. We healed him. Let's get away from him. You can see it now has 7 out of 4 health. The reason I'm debating, we could put it into wand lore, of course. We start recharging our wands. That'd be great. We could put it into magic item use, then we could equip these rings. That'd be great. We couldn't put it into traveling. We don't have enough stats for that. But we could put it into mining. And that would let us start mining out some of this stuff. Potentially. That might be worth it. It's a platinum mine, after all. Let's take mining skill. Let's go drop off our gold. Alright, if we fight him on the way by, we fight him on the way by. We could try and kill him with... There. Again, if we fight him on the way by, we fight him on the way by. I'm not going to deliberately fight him right now. So let's go mine. How do you mine? You just walk into the wall. Let's see. Because we have mining now, we only had a 25% chance of success. Now we have a 50% chance we successfully mine this. If we fail, we now have a 25% chance to avert the cave-in that otherwise would have happened. Otherwise, it caves in on us. We take 3 to 9 damage, and our map will be erased. All right. Best practice, guys. Always, I shouldn't have done that. Look at your map first and figure out where the rest of the mineable walls and stuff are. They're all down here in the southwest. And where the exit is, in case you lose your map. Let's remember not to go down here, too. The zone of hatred will be there. It'll be erased if we lose our map. It won't be erased, but we won't know it's there. Where's that exit? Just so we know. Alright, it's up here. All the stuff's down here. It's up here. We just took mining for a reason, so let's try it. Good luck to us. Got some gems, 20 gold worth. Let's grab this. We got a cave in. Alright, we know there's still some more stuff down here to mine. Let's go up here first, though, and see what this is. A sickle of animal hunting. So better than our sickle. Does the exact same thing, but it has plus 10 to hit and plus 50% damage to animals. You see both sickles also do plus 5% bonus strength damage. That is a factor with all axes. Axes have a severe penalty to hit, but have the maximum damage range, and they also give you a bit of bonus strength damage. The heavier the axe, the more that comes into play. I should have at least counted the squares, mineable squares too, so I know when I'm done. That's bramble. You got to hack your way through with your weapon or your bare hands. Our odds of damaging the bramble are based on our strength and how thick the bramble is. This is average thickness bramble. If we failed using our bare hands, we'd take 1 point of physical damage. If we failed and we were using a weapon, the weapon would get degraded 1%, I think. Maybe it's a few percentage points, I don't remember. Still got at least 3 of these to mine. I think we made the right call with the mining, guys. We're getting a lot of gold, which is giving us a lot of experience. Oh, we gotta get out of here. Here's one of those bad events. An Akirio. What is that feeling? That sense of dread and malice, that chill. An evil spirit called an Akirio has attached itself to you, seeking to drain your life force. As long as you remain on this map, each turn there's a 1% chance you will lose 1 to 3 from a randomly chosen primary attribute. That's devastating. We're close enough, let's at least grab this. Also, smoke gets in your eyes. You smell smoke, and there is a strange rumbling to the floors. Sometimes ash clouds build beneath the earth and then burst forth when the pressure gets too great. Any second now, and the second after that, and the second after that. How long can you hold your breath? Smoky fissures will continue to appear as long as you remain on this level. If you ever want to know more details about that, you can go to the Events tab. We saw that before with that linger warning. Also tells us the turns we spent on this map. But here's the two events that are in play right now. You can see the status is ongoing. It would be grayed out if it was like a one-time event that had an effect and was done. Neither of these are done. This is reminding us 1% chance we lose 1 to 3 from our primary attributes chosen randomly every time, every turn. And with this, 1 in 30 chance every turn that a non-wall, non-stairs, non-temple square is turned into a smoky fissure, which will spew smoke into surrounding squares. We're close. Let's try. You know what? Fuck it. Let's try here. I know we can't carry that much, but maybe we'll get enough and then we'll be done. Alright. So we're maxed out at 40 gold. Let's not even go to the temple. Let's try and get out of here as fast as we can before the Akirio gets us. You can see the smoky fissures are coming into play here. Stairs are somewhere up here. I don't quite remember where. There we go. Alright, we're about to go down. Let's go ahead and cast a long-lasting spell like Finger Candles. And we can't cast Blur as well. Just Finger Candles. I should have cast Blur probably. And let's go down. There you go. Dungeon level 3. We've got some time. Let's keep going. We can see further. The Finger Candles, as you can see, gives us our sight range increases to 7 squares if it was less than 7 squares. I think our sight range at the time was 5. Your sight range does diminish the deeper in the dungeon you go. Oh, a poltergeist. You don't see anything in your square. Why? A poltergeist is invisible. Cannot be seen or heard outside your square. So we can see it in terms of its graphic, like right here. That's what it looks like. But we wouldn't know where it is otherwise. This is very dangerous. Every time it hits us, it can scatter one of our inventory items. It means it takes an inventory item and flings it randomly somewhere else in the map. It can't go through water or ice, and it's immune to all inhalant gases. Let's go ahead and try and sparks it. Do 1 damage. We both missed each other. Let's try one more time. Alright, it's dead. 70 experience for that. That's almost all of our spell points, though. You can see our wand of our Mage Helm wand has 6. This has 6. Wand of Evil Detection. That. Where'd our Sparking wand? Oh, we didn't take wand lore. I thought we did. We didn't, of course. We took mining. Prayer of Estonian Protection. We don't want to do that. It does give us temporary protection versus undead, but it's a good prayer. You can see here the success is written in red, 47%. That's because our relationship with Vestonis is 47%. Vestonis, the god of creation, the good god of creation. It tells you there it's a good prayer. So if we use it, it'll piss off our evil goddess. Our chance of success is based on our relationship with Vestonis. Your chance to retain is based on your piety. Just like our runic lore gives us a chance that scrolls don't disappear when we use them, higher piety skill gives you a chance that your prayers don't disappear when you use them. If we are successful, it would raise our defense by 90 points for 60 turns, but only in combat versus undead. We're not going to pick it up. Flask of Severac poison might be worth using. I think let's drop something right now. Let's drop the... No, let's go ahead and drink the unknown potion. Strength potion. Our strength is raised by 50 for 121 more turns. Let's go ahead and pick up the Flask of Severac poison. We'll look at it in a second. Whoops. So we're fighting a mist lizard here. It is a dinosaur. It may not remain a dinosaur. It wasn't meant to be a dinosaur when I first started making the game, but I made it a dinosaur because I needed more dinosaurs in the game, because there's categories of monsters called dinosaurs. But it looks like a dinosaur, so it may remain one. I don't know. In any event, it's also a worm, is this type of monster. No special abilities. It is animal intelligence, but it's not an animal. Let's stick with our normal sickle for now, unless we're fighting an animal. Let's go ahead and pick this up. Prayer of Identification. That's a Drowan prayer. A prayer to the goddess of nature and magic. If successful, it'll identify an unidentified potion or an unidentified scroll in our inventory. We don't have one of those right now, so let's not worry about it yet. We could try to do this. Homunculus Assembly Table. Provides us the option of attempting to assemble a homunculus from the parts provided. We have a % chance equal to our intelligence, or 90, whichever is lower, with success creating a charmed homunculus that will fight on our behalf, but with failure causing an explosion which does 7 to 22 damage and spreads fire around. That could kill us. Let's not do it right now. We do have the increased strength, which means you do increased bonus damage and have a greater chance of doing increased bonus strength damage. So let's fight while the fighting is good. Our cushion scraps is broken. 3 damage. Alright, he's dead. This is a subterranean lizard man. Again, no special abilities. Level 6 monster is pretty tough. Let's go ahead and use our Wand of Frost Breath on him. 3 damage to him. Let's try one more time. Nope. Alright, he's dead. This is Spriggan, a little bit dangerous. It's a goblinoid-type monster. Not a goblin, a goblinoid. This is class. Only has 2 health. Only does 1 damage when it hits, but every time it hits us, there's a 50% chance it permanently drains our dexterity by 1 to 4 points. Alright, this is one of the new monsters, and I think I gotta redo the graphic. I tried something new with the graphics. I tried to see if I could do something cool with the graphic. Didn't work very well, did it? It looks a bit dancey. Maybe I'll go repair that now, and you'll see it in real time, the new version of it, when I come back in. Too bad. I thought it'd be kind of cool to see it like turn like 3D. Just didn't work. All right, I'm going to save it here, but you're not going to notice I'm gone. I'll be gone for 2 seconds from your time. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back that fast. Let's see how the new animation turned out. I used this weird style of animation on 3 or 4 monsters this time, just to see what it would look like. On most of them, it looked terrible. On one of them so far, I liked it. That's better. It's nice and simple. It's a little more standard, but there you go. Here's our Astral Nester. Has a 12% chance of making us fall asleep when it hits us for 30 turns. Has 14% magic resistance. It's flying. It's a diabolic. Has a good chance of hitting us because of our hatred from diabolics. You can see that denoted, by the way, the bottom right corner of the Astral Nester's stats. You see that really angry face, or sad face. It means they hate us. Gets plus 20 to hit. We get a Fivriaskin shrine over here. Praying there, if we successfully get it, we get plus 3 to every single one of our primary attributes. If we failed, we would lose 1 to 6 from every one of our primary attributes. Odds are we'd pass it. You saw like 63%, but let's not do it yet. Prayer of Estonis' boon. We're not even going to look at it. It's a Festonian shrine, or a Festonian prayer again. It's a magic archway. We pass through. That's made a random effect. One of those effects could be our experience is drained to 0. I'm not going to do it right now. We're so close to leveling up. We can unlock that, actually, with our unlock spell, but we don't know where we're going yet. Should we do that? Yeah, we're going to do that. Probably. There's a dead body we can look at. What do we got here? It's one of the new monsters, a wildcat. This is a champion wildcat named Skit. Not too tough. Let's switch to our sickle of animal hunting. Which will give us what? Plus 10 to hit and plus 50% damage against him. Plus 10 to hit with his defense of 23 doesn't really help us. But the extra damage is nice. Let's go ahead and try and kill him. Oh, another new monster right beside him, a Compsognathus. It's just a little dinosaur. No special abilities, really. Can't enter doors. Fast, though. Killed Skit. Got a throwing knife out of that. That's pretty fucking awesome. Let's switch to the throwing knife. We leveled up. Gained 2 max health. Our health and spell points are both restored. We gained 10... I hope we'd used our spell points before that. If we hadn't, that was a waste. I can't remember if we did or not. Gain 10 attribute points. Gain a skill point. Yeah, we did on the Subterranean Lizard Man. New racial perk, Rapid Improvement. This perk has a 50% chance of granting you a bonus attribute point every time you level up. That's with us as a half-orc. That's a human perk, actually, but because we're half-human, we get some of the human perks. Let's go ahead and pump that into, for now, I'm going to say Dexterity. I'm going to be able to hit a little easier here. Let's also drop the turn shoes and pick up the throwing knife. Now, the throwing knife only does 1 to 4 damage versus our sickle, which is 1 to 6. But the sickle has a minus 11 to hit. The throwing knife has no minus. And the throwing knife is a missile weapon, giving us a 33% chance of distance strike. Although we get no strength bonus. Our bonus strength damage doesn't come into play at all when we use it. But with Sure Shot's tournament winning boots on, we'll actually have a 48% chance of distance strike. So let's go ahead and equip that for now. If we look at this guy, yeah, he's only got you can see its odds. Still has a 10% chance to hit us for 1 to 2, but it only has a 52% chance of having that effect at all. 48% chance, of course, we distance strike it. Let's say no. Let's step off this and let's fight the Compsognathus here. Get some distance strikes in there. That's great. Okay, let's go ahead and open this. 28 gold pieces and a signet ring. Signet ring is a valuable trinket we could sell to a smuggler like the one we met earlier who died. Or maybe it's a different game I was playing. But it's only worth 50 gold. I don't know what I'd replace to do it. Our Severac poison, if we use it, that could really please Xaskazien, or rather Maleviak. Let's go ahead and move to here. Let's equip our flask of Severac poison. We are grievously venomous. If we hit, there's a 50% chance we do a lot more. We poison it. Did we poison it? Nope. If it dies of poisoning, it'll make Maleviak happy. Oh, we had a lot of extra strength there, so we had to drop some more gold. It's poison. Let's get off it so it dies of the poison. Let's try and deal with the goblinoid here. Killed it outright. When the Astral Nestor dies of poison, if it does, we should get some faith. There we go. And it made Maleviak happy as well. Cloth armor we need. Let's get rid of the cushioned scraps that are broken. Put on the cloth armor. The old cushioned scraps is 5 defense. This is 10 defense, but it doesn't protect us in our fall. Unknown potion. We could drink from the fountain. Be a bit dangerous right now. We got a couple of options now, guys. And it's actually a pretty tough choice. If we go in here, it's a lair. Let's find out where the lair goes before discussing the rest of our options. That's it. Kennel. A war dog animal lair. War dog lair. It's where they keep the war dogs. War dogs are a staple of nearly any army, and it's not surprising that the forces of evil should employ them too. Inside, you'll find plenty of them, as well as the gold and meat required for their upkeep. So it'd be kind of good. We'd still be at dungeon level 3. We'd get an extra round of, chance to level up and gain stuff at level 3 before we progress on to more difficult monsters. And it'd be filled primarily with war dogs. There might be a few other monsters in there if circumstances are strange, but usually it'd be just war dogs. And extra meat, which we could cook. Instead of that, we could go this way. The problem is, we'd have to cross all this crumbling floor. It's based on the odds of the crumbling floor breaking beneath us are based on how many inventory items we're carrying. With the amount we're carrying every time we step on one of these squares, there's an 8% chance we fall to the next level. We'd be at dungeon level 4. We wouldn't even get a chance to go in the kennel. I don't think we're going to do that. Let's do, though, search the body, because it'll make Maleviac happy. Some other monster went there and just fell through. Found a high power scroll, got a little faith. You know what? Alright, we're going to drop for a second. Let's go here and drop the tiny health potion. Whoops, let's go pick up the high power scroll. Let's carry it over to here. Let's drop this tiny health potion. Let's pick up this prayer of identification. 55% chance it works. Let's find out if we can identify the high power scroll. It didn't work. I'm not going to risk it then. It could be a curse. Let's just drop it and keep the potion. Yeah, with all that in mind, I think we're better off. This is in our favor. Let's not be too timid. This could be devastating, but let's try it. Let's pray to Xaskazien. He's a neutral god. Maleviac won't care if we pray to him. It worked. Okay. +3 to all of our primary stats. Can only do that once, obviously. Alright, let's go in the lair, and we're going to call the episode there. We've explored 2 dungeon levels here. But let's enter the kennel. Here we are in the kennel. You see a couple of war dogs here. We'll probably switch over to our, we might switch over to our, let's do it now before we forget, sickle of animal hunting. Just because, it's so much better against them. Less chance of hitting, and we want a distance strike, but so much more damage. And let's take one moment to look at the kennel. It breaks it down as to what it is here. This is a war dog lair populated by war dogs. This type of lair is organized with rooms connected by halls. In addition to the extra gold common to all lairs, this lair usually contains extra meat lockers. We can see those here. Can contain meat. Alright, we're going to call it right here. I'll be back for you tomorrow to continue Hogsarog's adventure in the kennel. And we'll see how he does against all these war dogs and see if we can find a lot of meat and see if we can find a place to cook it. Or else we're going to be leaving a lot of it behind anyway, aren't we? This here, by the way, is a recharge station. We can actually recharge one of our wands there all the way back to 6. Probably the sparking wand. Anyway, I'm gone. See ya.